Okay. I was thinking about um what are the cheapest ways to feed ourselves? I thought about this one day, and obviously the cheapest option is to get your food from work. That's the free option. That is the cheapest option. That is your best option. I was just thinking about this one day. I was like, how, because, we're told by these boomers, you need to stop buying avocado toast. And it's like, well, I'm not even buying that, but okay. And honestly, because you got to eat. Everyone's got to eat. So you do think, like, okay, what are ways what can I do here, And I've always found pasta, pizza, and if you really want to go all out, buffets are the cheapest options for you. Buffets allow you to eat as much as you can fit in your, well, we'll call it a stomach, but I mean, the lack of food the average worker's eating now, it's likely shrunk, you know. So if you could find a very affordable buffet, I mean, because you can't just eat slop. You to do these grueling shifts at the work camps, you need energy. You're not gonna get through the shift dozing off. You need energy. It's what our bodies demand. And I found if you make pasta, that's the because you can make pasta last 2 or 3 days depending on the amount. And maybe if you do chili also lasts, but when you've had a few cold ones, like I like to indulge in every single night, and sometimes not even night, you get hungry. And these meals don't really last you. You will go through 3 days worth of food in one sitting when you've, let's just say, met Captain Morgan. So affordable food is becoming, I wouldn't say impossible, but it is becoming more difficult. Snacking, that was that ended largely during the pandemic. That's not really a thing anymore. Snacking, um, it's meals, bulk meals, affordable meals at discount stores. Um, when you go down to the Megalomart, you have to buy the store brand, which, depending on the store, it isn't that bad. I'm just so used to it now. It tastes the same to me. Matter of fact, I don't know what name brand tastes like. It's been over a decade since I had it. So that's honestly the if you know how to cook, you could save money, but any enjoyment foods are out of the window largely. You've got to do pasta, you've got to do rice, a cheap protein. So definitely not ground beef. The Tangerine Terror made sure of that. He, I don't know if you guys have seen ground beef prices, but it's early 2026. And I went down to the Megalomart, and I think a pound of the cheapest ground beef was $7. And I looked at it, and then I looked at the ground turkey that was $2. And I said, is beef that? I mean, beef tastes better. Let's get real. It's got fat, more fat. It tastes good. It does taste good. But when you've got 38 cents in your bank account, are you really buying the ground beef? No, you aren't. So you buy the frozen turkey. And it's not that bad. If you're doing a chili, okay. It's really not that bad. But I remember a time when turkey was the creme de la creme. I was eating lentils. Lentils are not something you want to really mm, partake in. You could add them to a soup. You could add them to, ground them up once they're cooked. Sure, for extra protein. You the people online seem to pitch them as like a protein substitute, meat substitute. They're not that. I've done a vegan chili when I was that hard up and I couldn't afford meat. Like protein, animal protein, I should say, was not affordable. And I think I'm going back to that. I think this week, the rest of this week, I'm going to be eating gruel. You know, you mix flour, you mix water, and you got supper, and you eat a paste for dinner. And let me tell you, it goes in with the consistency of soft serve, and it comes out the consistency of soft serve. Anyways, okay. We're told every day we need to be eating a balanced diet: vegetables, protein, grains, fruits, lots of water. What happens when your water is tap water? Your meat, mm, every few days. Vegetables, fresh produce. Come on. I don't know the last time I had fresh produce. I mean, the situation on the ground is getting very dire. We are in a situation where the regular worker is not eating consistently. How are you supposed to go work at the prison camp malnourished? Because let me tell you, they do not feed you. They do not care. The prison camp, when you swipe your card to clock in, a few things happen to you. Number one, you're about to be worked hard. Number two, for low pay. And number three, for their enjoyment. Because those who made it in life kind of laugh at the poor. Not kind of, they do. And frankly, the I would say you left your dignity's gone, but you left that at the door when you before you clocked in. It didn't even make it in the building. Because when you're making $7.25 an hour, a full work week is only $300 after taxes. So, what are you going to do with $300? Because rent is about $1,000 a month. Three of your paychecks, more than three and a half paychecks are going to rent. How are you going to make it? That is the question that this channel's been trying to answer now for 4 years. What are we supposed to do? All right, in conclusion, I've now that I've reopened the channel, when I'm out in my daily life, right, going in town, doing my errands, my things I have to do, I think, can I talk about this in a video? Because when I look around, almost the second I leave that door, I see lots of content material. I see people who are not making it. I see situations that are happening to everybody. For example, today I looked down, I was driving. My gas tank did the thing. And if you're poor, you know what I'm talking about. It gave you that look and said, "Hey, Zoomer, are you about to fill me up?" And when my gas tank looked at me and I looked at it and I said, "Look, gas tank, every single day my employer fills me up with a certain object, and it's not money.